What's up, everybody? Rain here, coming at you with the actual Modern Masters 2015 draft. So, right off the bat, our rare is Overwhelming Stampede, which is actually pretty good. Other notable cards in the pack, there's Ulamog's Crusher or Repeal, but I want to test out to see how good the Stampede is, um, because it's been very good in other sets, so could be good here, and I would like to know. Alright, there's a Blinding Soul Eater, there's a Scion of the Wild, and there's a few good blue cards. If we want to force our way into this deck, we could take Scion of the Wild. Scion, obviously amazing with Overwhelming Stampede and a ton of tokens. Blinding Soul Eater is the safest pick, probably. But I'm gonna take the Scion and force this green deck. Probably green-white tokens. It's really hard to pass up on a Blinding Soul Eater, though. We could take an Izzet Boilerworks, just because it's good card advantage, or we could take a Spectral Procession, since this is really a tokens deck, and Spectral is one of the better token makers. So I think it's pretty easy Spectral. Just waiting on the next pack. There we go. We've got this Convoke dude. We also have an Arrest. And a Firebird. That's a really late Firebird. This card is nuts. I think I'm gonna take Arrest. It's not that much worse than Firebird. It is a lot worse, but considering we have Spectral in kind of this direction already, yeah, I'll take Arrest. We could take a Sunlance here, or basically nothing. Sunlance is the best card in this pack, very easily. Here, we could take a Flare Husk, or a Kite Sail, or a Waxmane Baku. It's a pretty late Waxmane, honestly. Don't really think Last Dusk Hulk is where I want to be. We'll take the Waxmane Baku on the off chance that we just move into Black-White Spirits. Yeah. We can take the Basilica here, or we could take Dead Drone. I think Basilica is pretty easy at this point. There's a chance we want to splash black for maybe something like a Dead Drone, and Basilica's just really good card advantage regardless. Here we could take Fortify or Phalanx, or Scion of the Wild number 2. I think we just want the Scion. It is pretty good to see that these cards are still here. Even though they're not that great, they're pretty good in my deck. Okay, if I knew Silent of the Wild number 3 was going to come, I probably would have taken one of the other cards, but we'll still take the Silent. It's Blinding Soul Eater table, that's insane. Do people not respect free tappers? There's not really a lot of mono spell decks in this format, as in there's really not any. Sylvan Bounty again can help us splash black, better than taking a Ghostly Changeling here. Alright, the deck's working out pretty well so far. We could use some Scatter the Seeds, maybe like another Spectral, like, you know, more token makers. Raise the Alarm, I wouldn't hate. Ondir. Okay, he's here. Cool. Still waiting on the pack. Nice Arukin ally. I think that's pretty solid. Like, Otherworldly Journey is awkward with tokens. Sylvan Bounty we have one of, and I don't really think we want a second anyway. We'll grab the Plagued Rasulka. It's a spirit, so it's better than the other card. Just waiting on a stick. What was our stick? Walking Nightmare. Rare in this pack is Ghost Council of Orzhova, which is a card that I could play if I pick up enough black fixing. It's also just insane once you drop it. Considering the other options are like Kavu Primarch, Thallid, and Apostle's Blessing, which isn't good in tokens. Yeah, I'm definitely just going to pick up the Ghost Council. And we're going to prioritize some fixing from here on. Or we could shift into Black-White Spirits, but I wouldn't want to drop all those green picks. We can pick an Alloymur here. Again, prioritizing fixing. The other options are Overwhelm, which I don't really like. Not nearly as much as Overwhelming Stampede. And Sickle Slicer and Sunlance. I think it's pretty easy for the Alloymur. Whew! Yeah, we'll pick up the Will Leaf over a Procession, both of which I'd be very happy to take. We are a little light on token generation, but I think Will Leaf is just a little too good to pass up. We can take a Tumble Magnet here. Suppose it's better than the rest of the options. Like, we're not playing Thrumming Bird, which is really where Tumble Magnet shines. But we're not playing Simic Initiator or Sunspear Shikari. We might play Sunspear. I guess we'll take it. It's a 2-drop. We actually don't have any right now. Here we could take Dead Drone, or basically nothing else. It's hard to tell if these packs are just a little light on green and white, or if people have been taking our colors. I think we're pretty set regardless. Here we could take a Waxbane Baku. Just a solid card. Works well in multiples, and we're splashing that Ghost Council, which is a hard splash to do, but we have an Orzhov Basilica, Sylvan Bounty, and Alloy Mer right now. Fortify versus Mursmith. We only have 2 artifacts right now. I'm really kind of tempted to go for the Fortify. Again, we're not looking like that much of a tokens deck. We just haven't seen the tokens cards. I took a Wilt Leaf over a second Spectral. Might have been a mistake. I think we'll still take the Fortify. Yeah. This is going to be a pretty mediocre deck unless Pack 3 is amazing for us. But that's okay. Sometimes that's what happens when you force something too hard. Another Baku or Raise the Alarm. We just have to take the Raise the Alarm. Moonlit Strider's pretty decent. It gets back our Waxbane Bakus. Also protects our other creatures, much like Apostle's Blessing would. And is a spirit. Yep, we'll take the Moonlit Strider. Here, we could take another Dead Drone, or we could take a Sickle Slicer. Dead Drone being a good token maker is just kind of what I want, so we'll take the Dead Drone. Otherworldly Journey's fine, but Overwhelm is probably just good enough with that many cards left in the pack. Here we can take a Gut Shot, which I'm not afraid of actually. It's really good against the Dead Drones, I guess. And we could play it in theory, or we could take a Telling Time. We'll take the Gut Shot. Devouring Greed, a very good card. And what was our stick? Of Dusk Hunter Bat. Here we can take a Selesnya Guildmage, an Alloy Mer, or a Nest Invader. All 3 of which I would be very excited about. I think Selesnya Guildmage just gives me really good reach. Though Nest Invader is like a really good 2-drop as well. I'm gonna take the Guildmage. Here we can take an Alloy Mer. Again, we need a little bit more fixing for this deck to really function. So Alloy Mer really just is very good here. Sunlance would also be fine. Wolfbriar Elemental, yes please. Like, we already want to be heavy green with like triple Scion. Yeah, Wolfbriar is insane. Suddenly we have a decent deck. Another Selesnya Guildmage versus a Golgari Rot Farm. I'd be happy with both. I think we just want the Guildmage. Gives us another 2-drop, which we're kind of lacking on right now. And more token generation. Very good with Volt Leaf. It's one good thing about being cut in Pack 2 means you're probably going to get profit in Pack 3. You can take a Sylvan Bounty or a Commune with Nature or a Darksteel Axe. I want to test out this Darksteel Axe a little bit. Doesn't seem amazing in tokens decks, but it feels just fine. Matica Raiders is like kind of a 3-3. Yeah, we'll take the Axe. Here we can take Plummet or Mighty Leap. I'm gonna take the Plummet. Here we take Raise the Alarm. Again, just needing tokens. And Wayfarer's Bauble. It's better than second Moonlit Strider. Or Grim Affliction on the splash. Thrive is okay. Or you could just hate out the Firebird, which shouldn't be in this pack still. Guess we'll just take the Thrive. Sickle Slicer is decent. Yeah. Pretty good with Shikari too. So is Darksteel Axe. Darksteel Axe on Shikari makes it a 4-2 for Strike Lifelink. Yeah, that's awesome. It's like we're playing junk tokens. We'll decide if we want to play this whole Spirits backup thing. Like some of our weaker cards are Waxmane Baku and Moonlit Strider in this deck. So we're probably going to be cutting them. And Ghost Council is a little heavier on black than I want it to be, especially considering how color committing some of my cards are. Despite the fact that we did manage to pick up the fixing we needed. Algae is pretty solid. Works really well if they kill all our tokens off. Not scared of Fiery Fall, not scared of Walking Nightmare, because Will Leaf Leech can just get cast off that. So we'll take the Blood Throne. That could be annoying. Alright, time to build the deck. I'll be back in one moment.